Welcome back to What She Said Sports. Okay, get in here for some breaking news. All right, so apparently there's a new book on the horizon known as American Kings, a biography of quarterbacks. Quarterbacks. Now, they didn't mention the NFL, but it said a biography of quarterbacks. And featured in this book, written by an ESPN reporter, Seth Wickersham, is Caleb Williams. And it gets a little spicy. Caleb and his father met with lawyers to try to see if they could circumvent Caleb being drafted by the Chicago Bears. Why? Because the Chicago Bears is one of the worst teams out here, right? The book reveals that Caleb Williams and his father considered joining the UFL, consulting with lawyers, and even publicly criticizing the Bears and Chicago to try and prevent the draft. Okay, I'm definitely getting this book. I'm getting the e-version. I gotta listen. We gonna read it because it's gotta be spicy. Because if this is the, I guess you could say, the preview, uh yeah. And what I like that I'm hearing is that other people are considering a league other than the NFL. Now, I'm sitting here in my Dallas Cowboys sweatshirt, right? So, why would I say something like that? Because black quarterbacks have the hardest road in NFL, not because the quarterback position is the most important, but because there are people who don't value black NFL players, their intellect, and believe that even though we've seen with our own eyes that black NFL players can be highly successful quarterbacks in the NFL, some people just don't want it. So I can't wait till this book comes out. This is a good teaser to get folks interested. I'm putting it on audiobook. I want to hear who else is in it. I want to find out who else is in it. This is like when you have, what is it when they drop the teaser for the album cover and you see the features, you can't wait until midnight at Friday to hear the first track. I cannot wait. The chapter is called The Off Season that Caleb Williams is in. So I wonder what else they have to say. But let it be known, let it be known that people are looking for other options. That's the takeaway for me. And, we talked about how Coach Prime posted when Shedeur was 16, which means he wasn't talking about Shedeur. He was saying in general, because he's a Hall of Famer, he knows how the inner workings of the NFL, that a young quarterback should not go to Cleveland. And we see why. How many times have you heard me say Cleveland has had what? 40 quarterbacks take snaps at starter in only 25 years. 40. That's a lot. That's a revolving door. Quarterbacks coming and going, the team not getting any better. What is the goal? We talked about it earlier today on the Lunch and Stream series for What She Said podcast, and winning the Super Bowl. The feast is not the goal. The NFL draft is essentially a shopping list, typically for building a winning team, but this year they switched up. Why? Because if Shedeur Sanders had been drafted number 2 overall, he would have become the 17th of black starting quarterbacks, or QB1s, out of 32 NFL teams. 17 of 32. And there are just too many people in the NFL who are stuck in Candyland who did not want that to happen. All right, so hang out with us tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about this book that seems like it might be a little jaw-dropping, because Caleb still got drafted by Chicago, and Caleb got drafted by Chicago first overall. Good money, 30, 37, 39 million. But he was sacked 68 times, something that is not uncommon to young rookie black quarterbacks. If you look at the top 10 list of black quarterbacks, the top 3 to be drafted year over year over year, or veterans year over year over year, the top three QBs sacked in the NFL are all black, either rookies or vets like Geno Smith and Russell Wilson. We'll be back tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We have other things to talk about. Mike Tomlin's perceived power, something What She Said podcast talked about a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago is making the rounds and starting to trend. So join us tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because why What She Said podcast sets the trends. Talk to you soon. Thank you for watching What She Said Sports. Be sure to join our daily live stream and listen up to What She Said Sports on the go on Spotify.